looking for the love, looking for the height. Same crowd in the club every night. And out here looking for a husband. Young out here looking for a wife. Girl, let's get it right. Only thing between these love songs is I. Yeah, welcome back to my territory. She got Read Hot Tennessee. I'm back. You see me, I see you. So click that subscribe button. So today I'm coming to y'all with a story time. I know y'all like these story times. Everybody love them a good story. So yeah, this story time is gonna be the time I was rushed to the emergency room. Yup, I was. But yeah, I was rushed to the emergency room. This happened when I was real young. I was in elementary at the time. I was in 2nd grade because I remember my teacher and everything. I remember details, everything. Because I can't believe this happened to me. Like, why me? Like, I didn't deserve it. I was so young and innocent. I didn't deserve it. So yeah, don't mind the weights in the bag. My brother be working out, not me. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a bodybuilder. Anyways, back to the story. So yeah, I was in 2nd grade at the time. We had just moved to this new neighborhood. You know, we was getting to know a lot of people around us. We was meeting new people. We met our neighbors and all this stuff. So we had basically settled into this new neighborhood. We was doing good. So we, you know, I know I'm part of that generation where we used to be outside riding bikes and playing outside. So we used to be outside every day. Me and my siblings, my cousins, and my neighbors. Like, we used to play with them. So it was these kids that stay like down the street, but I went to school with them, but I ain't really talk to them like that. But I just know one day we came outside and they had a space jump in their yard. And y'all know when kids see a space jump, they go crazy. We like, ooh, they got a space jump down there. They got a space jump. So me and my brother going to my mom like, can we go down there and get on the space jump? Can we go down there? So at first she like, no, y'all, I can't. Because she didn't really like us going to people's houses, especially when we don't know them like that. Because I said, like, we know them. Like, we know who our neighbors are, but we didn't hang around them. So, and we really never been to that house either. We was basically like, yeah, can we get on the space jump? She wouldn't let us. So we ran a couple errands that day. We went out, went to the store and everything. So by this time, we had got close to like later in the evening, like around, I really can't get y'all the time. I just know it was later in the evening. The party that they was having had went on all day. So this was closer towards like the end. So we asked her again. She was like, yeah, yes, y'all go ahead, go. Because they really not far. They down the street. You can literally see us. So she was like, yeah, y'all go ahead, go. So, you know me, I'm getting hyped. I'm like, yeah. Yo, we finna get on this space jump. Y'all can't tell me nothing. So we went and got on the space jump. We jumping and bouncing. And, you know, it was a couple... Oh, yeah, I just remember something. So it was mainly boys on this space jump. I'm just like, what are ladies at? What are girls at? What are girls that get ratchet? What Sexy Red say? What are girls that get ratchet? So yo, it's mostly boys. I'm just like, ew, but I'm still having my fun. So you know, this really irritated me when I was a child, how boys like to get on the space jump and rustle. Like, I just want to jump and have fun. So they just on there rustling. So I was really getting irritated because I'm just trying to jump. So I don't know what I ended up saying to one of the boys. He was a little chubby boy. Me and him ended up getting into it, and he ended up so I pushed him. So he got mad. Like, he don't play that. He got mad. I ain't even push him that hard, but something about that push kind of got to him. So I pushed him. So he ended up flipping me over on the space jump. So I'm just like, okay. So I got back on. I'm ready to get down. So, you know, after that he had chilled out. But, you know, I got up. I'm ready to get down. Because what you ain't going to do is put your hands on me. Like, I don't care if you a female or a male. Like, you was not going to put your hands on me. Because I just was tired of them rusting. Like, I just want to have fun. Like, I'm not a rustler. Like, girls don't want to be doing it. When I think about this day space jump, how am I coming here trying to run stuff? But I just was trying to have fun. Like, I do not like, why is y'all out here rustling? So he flipped me over. I got up, ready to get down. But we ain't end up doing nothing else after that. I don't know. I think he got off the space jump or something like that. I remember him getting off at some point. So after he gone, I get out my feelings and I start jumping and bouncing again, you know. So I don't know where my brother went, but he wasn't. It's like he was there, but he wasn't there when this situation happened. So one of the boys on the space jump, you know, I'm jumping with him. We cool. And all I know is we jumping, we end up bumping into each other. All I know was a hard bump, like boom. So I fell, he fell. So it hurt, like, you know how something hit you and it hurt, but after the fact, like, you like whatever. So I was like whatever, and got back, start back jumping. Y'all know something hit you and it hurt at the time, but it ain't like no big pain where you gotta be dramatic and cry. That's how it was. Like, we hit each other and it hurt. Like, I just know it was my forehead. We hit each other and it hurt really bad at the time, but after I fell and got up, I just started back jumping. So I'm thinking ain't nothing wrong, I'm just jumping. So he look at me, he saying you bleeding. So I look down, I see blood on the ground. I mean, not on the ground, on the space jump. So I'm looking. So I didn't even respond because I'm so confused, like how am I bleeding? So I didn't even respond. I just got off the space jump and I just started walking home. I really need my brother to tell his point of view because he ended up seeing me. I don't know if he saw me when I was walking down the street or he saw me in the house. I really don't know where he was. I just know I was bleeding and it was coming from my forehead basically. So as y'all can see, I had this like little gash on my forehead right here. That's where this came from. And a lot of people now be asking me what happened to your forehead, but I usually just say I fell because I'm not finna tell this long story, and it's kind of embarrassing because once y'all find out what really happened, we didn't just bump to each other. So I get home, my mama, she going crazy. She like, what happened to you, and I'm like, I don't know, me and this boy bumped into each other. I'm space jump. So I'm looking in the mirror, all you see is blood. Like, it really looked like a scary movie. Like, blood was coming down my face everywhere. Like, it really looked like a scary movie. So yeah, she asked me what happened. I'm like, I don't know. So she told me to go in the bathroom and rinse my forehead out. So I'm rinsing it off. She helped me, and we end up going back down the street to the space jump. So my mama comes, she like, what happened? Like, what happened? So I found the boy, and I'm like, this the one I bumped into. So she like, what happened? Like, how this happened? So he was holding his mouth, like his mouth was hurting. So basically that's when she found out that his teeth had hit my forehead. That's why his mouth was hurting so bad. I thought we just bumped into each other. I'm just an innocent child just having fun, but basically his teeth ended up hitting my forehead. So his mouth was hurting like real bad because he was holding his mouth like really hard. And my forehead was just, it was over for my forehead, baby. So once she you know, my mama, she don't play. She like, well, y'all need to be careful. So we go back to the house and we get in the car. She rushed me to the emergency room. Like, we drive fast. Like, looking at the emergency room down the street from my house at the time. So we rushed down there and we get there, and I'm just like, I'm scared for my life because I'm thinking I'm about to die or something, because this ain't never happened to me. So my mom had like a towel. She like wet a towel up and just, I think it was a towel. This from what I remember. I think it was a towel. She wet a towel up and just had it sitting on my head, like holding it on my head. So we get to the emergency room. We tell them what happened. You know, we fill out all this paperwork and we sit down. So the whole time, this is the honestly, y'all, like, this is emotional because this is the first time like this is the first time I ever had to just cry out to God. Like, this is my first time crying out to God. Like, I prayed, but it wasn't, I don't know how much I prayed back then, but I know I was in the emergency room in 2nd grade crying out to God. So I was just sitting there praying the whole time. I was like, God, please let me live. Please let me survive this. I'm just praying. I'm just begging him. I pray that I'm okay. Like, please help me. So the whole time I'm praying. Then they was taking a really long time. Like, my whole forehead tore up. Like, it didn't look nothing like this, y'all. It's all healed now because this happened years ago, but it was so bad. So they was taking a real long time. So I'm sitting there and they taking forever. I'm like, oh geez. So it's making me even more scared because they taking longer to assist me. So I'm just praying the whole time. Then when they finally call me, we go to the back. They ask us what happened and all that. So they do like a little checkup in that room. I don't remember. I really don't remember exactly what they did, but you know, I got on the scale and stuff like that. So I said they moved me to another room. And I was sitting in a little doctor bed or whatever. So I was just sitting in there, and I was sitting there for a while. I'm like, dang, like, you know, I kind of felt better since, you know, I was not in the weight room no more. So I know I'm okay. So after that, after we get done sitting there, they come and get me, and they move me to another room. So we got in that room, they basically saying, like, you got to get stitches, all this. And they was like, you was really this close to having to have surgery. So that was so scary. I'm like, I'm so glad I had to have surgery, because I thought I really was going to have surgery. I never in my life had surgery. And I do not want to experience that at all. Like, the whole idea of surgery just give me anxiety, because I don't want to, you know. So when she said I was this close but I didn't have to have surgery, I was so relieved. I was like, okay, I don't have to have surgery. So they started putting stitches in my forehead, and it was hurting so bad. It was my first time ever getting stitches. It was so painful, like, and they gave me, oh yeah, they stuck 2 big needles in my forehead. It was so horrible. It hurt so bad, but I didn't cry. Like, one thing about me, I always been strong. Like, I never like to cry in front of other people. Like, of course, when I was like a baby, you can't control it, but once I was to the age where I can control my crying, I always controlled it. So while they when they gave me those 2 shots in the forehead, I just, you know, I didn't cry. I was strong about it. My mom was there. She would hold my hand the whole time. I just squeezed her hand. But one thing about me, I did not cry. I do not like crying for the other people, you know. And I don't like people to think I'm weak. So, you know, I held it down like a champ. Like, I'm big Bree, not the little one. I always been it. So after I go to this painful process of them putting shots in my forehead and giving me stitches, they put like a huge band-aid on my forehead. When I tell you I didn't think it was huge, it covered up my whole forehead. So we ended up going home, everything okay, and I just had to keep changing that bandage out and put medicine on it. This may be a little graphic, but it was every time I had to change the bandage out, blood would still be coming from my forehead. Like, it was so nasty. It was blood and other stuff, like different color stuff. I'm sorry, I hope this not too graphic for y'all, but it was just, so I'm just telling y'all what I saw. So when every time I had to take the band-aid off and put a new one on, a lot of stuff started coming out. I remember just crying because, like, imagine being a child and all this stuff just coming out of your forehead. So I remember just crying, and my mom was like getting mad at me for crying, but it was so disgusting because I didn't understand why all this was coming from my forehead. I was like, y'all done already put the stitches in and everything. This shouldn't even be happening. So it was kind of scary to me to see that. So yeah, every time we took the band-aid off, all this stuff would come out. Then we put a new one on. The same thing would happen every time. So boom, we get to Monday, and it's time for me to go back to school. So I know I missed a couple of days of school. It probably wasn't even on Monday, but I just know I missed a couple of days of school. It was time to go back to school. So I go to school with this big band-aid on my forehead. Huge, I tell you. And everybody just keep asking me, what happened to your forehead? What happened to your forehead? And, you know, I was young and innocent. I'm just telling them, like, this boy mouth, his teeth hit my forehead. So, you know, I'm just telling them exactly what happened. And people just it just got so irritating because people just constantly kept asking me what happened. And, you know, my teachers was like, dang. I remember one of my teachers, she was like, you want me to go beat him up? Like, it ain't even like that. But everybody just kept asking me, and I just got tired of people asking me that because, you know, it just like, the first couple times I'm like, okay, cool, this will happen, but constantly being asked that, it kind of get irritating. So now when people ask me what happened to my phone, I just be like, I failed, because I'm not finna tell this whole story, and I'm not finna go around telling people this boy's teeth went in my forehead. Like, who says that? But now y'all know the truth about my forehead. Like, but yeah, it's pretty much healed. I really thought it was gonna disappear forever, but it's still there. And I be forgetting it's there until somebody be looking at me too hard. They be like, what happened to your forehead? So, and I be like, why'd you looking at me that hard? But yeah, I really forgot about it even existing until people keep asking me about it. But here it is. It's like a rainbow, basically. But I'm just glad I survived it. I'm okay. I'm never living the experience again. I don't ever want to go through that again. Like, I don't even, if after that, when I got on space jumps, I was extra careful. I ain't jump too hard, I ain't turn up too hard, I ain't fight nobody. That was it. That was it. But I ain't been on the space jump so long. I'm just glad I'm okay. I'm good. Well, yeah, that was the time I was rushed to the emergency room. Moral of the story, be careful out here. Be careful. Watch what you're doing. Don't turn up too hard because you see what happened. But thank y'all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Show your girl some love. And run me up. Continue to run me up. Thank you for everybody that subscribe. Like, I love y'all. Y'all really get me there. Y'all really hype me up. So, and I'm gonna continue to go hard for y'all. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time.